Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check. Check. 53.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, Maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 3, 56, 56.
They'll try the left side. It's Young, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Murray on third down. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
At the 37-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch tight end. Hey, we got four. We got four down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he... kept it himself at second.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 10, let's go. Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a yard. Murray, now he'll pull it down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set, waiting. 49's the money. Hey, me and you all day. All day. Hey, easy. I'm coming after you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bravo.
Now it's the backup Stafford. And it's incomplete.
Stafford's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I know he ain't got it. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 2nd and 7, Allen over the middle, complete. That's Young. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Round 80. Guys, escape situation. Pass 85, pass 85.
On 3rd down, Young. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Alert 3. Shift. 6-6. Bullet high. 0. Mike's 49. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got 53. Ready. Hey, box drop. Ready,
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Allen steps away to his left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. action. Now it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out low. Ball trot. Let's put that team on the punt. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 yards. It's third down and 5.
Now they try the right side here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Allen. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 43. It's a party now. Let's go. Get set.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. third down. Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, ready. Go to base. Oh, you got deep?
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check, 43. Tighten up. Pull it together. Zip it. 43. March 43. Go.
To throw, it's Murray. And Wilson has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Gotta do better. Look, QB, come on. 43 is the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'm coming for you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, tight. Turn up. Kill.
On first down, Young. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 43.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Young looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Well, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Throwing is Allen on third. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
53. Ready? Ready?
On first down, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a handoff looking right. He finds an opening past the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Ready. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cards, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one.